heroes was suddenly attacked by something known as a roper, a stalagmite-shaped creature with long tentacles meant to draw you into its toothy maw. The hungry creature sought a quick meal, but found only quick destruction at the arms of the heroes. And as they did fell the creature, something truly shocking occurred. Another eye, much larger and inside the wall of the cave, opened up, and the enormous head of a stony dragon swung out and into the room. Paying only attention to the little draconic scion near Kaj, it huffed and spoke in the language of their shared lineages. It queried what such a powerful dragon-like creature was doing in these caverns, so deep below the surface. And as Nick explained their goal to defeat Belcora and find a new home for the kobolds of his kind, the rock-laden dragon demanded he bring his people below and to its domain. Quite unsure of its true intentions, Nick gave only a part of the story to his comrades, instead deciding to share it in full only with his own people through their leader, the Adamant. The heroes returned to Otari, where Harold and Ruff went to Rin to ask for another reading of the stars.
So, as some of you may know, particularly those in the Discord, I got a new puppy a couple months ago, and I'm finally at a point in my life where I can afford to give them like good food, good treats, do all the things that a responsible pet owner should do. However, there is a thing that I've done with every animal that I've ever called a pet in my life, and that is eat the food that I force them to eat. So,
whoa,
yeah, even kibble. Like I will at least make myself try it. And if it's like, oh God, no, this tastes like shit, go throw the bag away, get a new one. Like, even if I'm dead broke, like
I do the same thing.
I refuse to feed my animals anything that I would not feed myself, like in a dire situation.
Or if the main ingredient isn't food.
Yeah. That being said, I recently got some premium dog feed. Like it was on sale, it's 50% off. But it's made with like the first ingredient is beef, and then like beef liver, and then carrots and parsnips, and like it's like legitimate whole food ingredients that they kind of like blend up and I guess cook. And it comes in these pouches, and it's called Farmer's Dog. And so I tried some today, and I was like, this legitimately tastes good. Like it is human grade ingredients.
No way.
And I was like, the cost of this, like, and I looked at the macros and I was like, I could just eat this. Like I could just eat this food, and it like has salmon oil and sunflower. Like it is like absolutely like human grade food. And I would feed myself for like $15 a day. And I was like, that is cheaper than like you can get groceries almost anywhere else. But the question I guess that I have for y'all is like, have y'all ever like, what's the weirdest thing you've ever put in your mouth?
I thought the question was going to be, how are we going to get sponsored by this dog food company so I can eat for free?
Actually, you know what? Change the subject. Farmer's Dog, please, if you hear this, feed me.
Cam's hungry.
I'm hungry as hell.
Cam's hungry.
Yeah, just so our audience is clear, there's a reason people don't do that, and because it's not human grade food.
Typically, yes.
Okay, Cam comes from the land of hot dogs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not suggesting we eat better food. I'm suggesting it's not FDA approved.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying.
No, like they specifically use like human grade food. Like they point out that other companies use like 4D food that's like disease disabled, that kind of shit. And like it is actually like human grade food.
That brand, sure. I'm saying the general it's not FDA.
Don't eat
approved.
dog food regularly. Yeah. Okay, like don't do it.
Just as a treat.
I feel like you're saying eat dog food.
Yeah, you heard me right.
I'm hearing a lot of eat dog food from Cam.
Hey, we've been getting that in pop culture since 1963 with Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
I did have a milk bone as a kid. I don't remember exactly the circumstances. I do know I had some older brothers that were probably pressuring me into it. And I do remember that it was fucking bad.
I definitely remember eating a dog treat, like a milk bone or something, when I was a kid. Definitely.
Oh yeah, I definitely ate milk bone as a kid.
Yeah.
I've eaten a milk bone.
I feel like my memory still has like the taste. Like, it's still kind of,
I could go for one of those milk bones right now.
A strange craving.
So Scott, you're the only one who hasn't eaten pet food? Is that what I'm picking up on?
No, I've eaten a milk bone.
Just like, no, I had a cat. A lot of cat food.
I've never eaten cat food. Now, I will tell a story. It is going to make me look like a real asshole. I don't think I've told this story before.
Oh boy, go on.
But I worked at Safeway, and we would get all the deli food at the end of the shift and have like a little like buffet party in the back with like the leftover chicken wings and mojos and all that type of stuff. And there was another Scot that worked there who I didn't like very much. So I grabbed some of the pepperonis from the dog food section.
Boy.
And then I put those in the middle, and I'm like, hey, Scott, dude, check out these new fucking pepperonis I got in the deli. And he just started hammering them.
God.
And then I put the wrapper on the counter, and he threw up.
Jesus Christ.
that's vicious.
It's not very chill. So, Scott, whatever your last name is, I'm sorry?
Grow up. He would have failed his fortitude save pretty hard. Like if you liked them enough that you inhaled them,
Yeah,
why are you throwing it up? Like that seems like a choice to me.
Yeah, that seems a bit performative.
Yeah, it's not like it's wet cat food where it actually feels like vomit.
Psychosomatic, my friends. The mind takes over sometimes.
What'd you just call me?
I have a weird story. I hadn't thought about this in a very long time, but I don't remember how old I was, maybe 11, 12, 10, I don't know. But I was like, I decided one day I would try to invent a new sandwich, or I would just try new ingredients in a sandwich. And so for like a few days, I was trying different sandwiches with just like whatever was in the fridge. And I distinctly remember making like a sliced ham, Miracle Whip and jam sandwich on white bread.
I could actually see that kind of going hard, like the salty,
Yeah,
the sweet,
dude.
the
sweet and salty?
No, it was not good.
The Miracle Whip is
not
probably the
good.
part that kills
I
it.
distinctly
Ham is the wrong meat for that. I can tell you that right now.
That was when I was like, maybe food pairing's not for me.
But I feel like if you angled your fork wrong at like a shitty Thanksgiving dinner, you could end up with a pretty similar combo on your fork.
Oh man, this episode comes out right around American Thanksgiving too. That's great.
Yeah, enjoy that, you
my
fucking
God.
American freaks.
Shit.
I feel like it's the consistency of Miracle Whip and jam somehow that clash is just wrong to me. Yeah, it's more of a textural thing than a flavor thing.
The problem with that sandwich isn't the ham; it's the Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
No, that was 100%. Yeah, I don't know why I tried it, because I always thought I hated mayonnaise growing up because I thought Miracle Whip was mayonnaise.
Wow.
And when they discovered actual mayonnaise, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, the world has arrived.
I go both ways on that shit.
Nah, forget Miracle Whip.
Yeah, I don't hate Miracle Whip, but like it does not. It's not a substitute for mayonnaise.
No. I know it's a bit strange. I didn't hate it, but it is an odd one. And Duncan might remember this. We had a mutual boss that loved to pickle things. Loved pickling. And one time he had pickled slices of mango, and it was one of the strangest things I've ever eaten. And I remember just eating it and going, I can't quite decide how I feel about this, because it wasn't gross, but it wasn't like, it just wasn't anything you'd ever tried before, you know. And I was like, this is odd.
And you've been pickling your liver ever since.
Yeah, basically.
Pickling that old mango he's got on top of his shoulders.
James, you got a weird flavor combo?
I got hundreds, man.
I figured. Give me the top one.
Yeah. Well, okay. When I was a kid, I used to eat tuna and ketchup white bread sandwiches.
Oh, hell yeah.
So like my dad would take a whole can of tuna and just put it on one piece of bread and then just drench it in ketchup, and that's what he sent me to school with as my lunch.
Yeah.
Oof.
Wait, why is that?
Not even a closed face sandwich though? Like a one slicer?
It did end up being closed face, but only one side was filled with ketchup.
The open-faced tuna ketchup tartine.
An on the go open face sandwich is the worst.
Yeah. So thinking back to it, they're just
But it's what you
awful.
knew.
Yeah. I also made a tomato and octopus creme brulee
Okay.
once
Ooh, what?
for a competition. I called it the Kraken, and it was a tomato sauce and cream, so like a blush sauce, darkened with squid ink, so it was black, and then thickened up with gelatin, and then like really really went for the acid umami flavor of the tomato sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of Worcestershire, and then I glazed the top with a gastrique of Kraken rum and and sugar, and then I put an octopus tentacle coming
Oh,
out
that's
of
awesome.
the brulee.
I was gonna make a joke about was a competition to see if you can make them throw up, but then that actually sounds good.
That sounds.
No, it was awful.
Oh,
It was
really?
absolutely awful. Do not recommend, but I had a lot of fun making it. It was really loosely based off of polipo alla Luciana, which is like an Italian fisherman stew.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I really fucked up the octopus cook. So the way I could keep it like stiff and curling meant it wasn't edible. Like I didn't blanch it 3 times. I blanched it the once. Yeah. So
That's
at
hilarious.
the end of the day, it wasn't food per se. It was more of
Art
an
piece,
art
okay.
piece, and I learned my lesson.
More of a morally questionable art piece.
Yeah, and that's where I learned my lesson that food is food first and art second, and you need to figure that shit out before you can open a restaurant.
True.
For sure.
Especially if you're talking dog food.
As the only one here that has actually tasted James's cooking, as far as I know, I can assure all of you that James is an exceptional chef, and has made some unbelievably delicious food that I've eaten. Just
Nice.
throwing it out there.
That's very kind, but I would have to agree. It was my craft for 20 years. I got pretty fucking good at it.
So good, so very good. Yeah, we do constantly talk. It's probably even been brought up on air at some point or other. We constantly talk about the Reuben sandwich that he made back when I
Reuben,
first met him. Yeah,
Mm.
and it was
Fucking love
unbelievable.
Rubens.
It was it's still to this day the best I've ever had, and I dream of having something similar again.
And it's not replicable at all.
It's not, yeah. And tell them why.
I used to own a fermentation manufacturing company where we made sauerkraut and kombucha and kimchi and stuff like that and sold it to local stores. But we took the kombucha and soured it into vinegar and used that vinegar to make our own mustard. So I no longer have access to the mother to make more of that kombucha.
Mm.
I can no longer import the tea that we used to get to make the kombucha. So even if I got a mother, I couldn't train it. And I don't legally own that mustard recipe anymore. So
Speaking of pretty good cooking, I'm going to get a second place lemon bar while we're in Otari.
Oh.
where's Debbie's shop, Freeman?
Where is Debbie's shop? So that the clerk at the counter can point you to the direction of the second place lemon bars.
In canon, they only ever sold them at the church bake sale.
Oh, no, but Lumpa's gone to
Really?
get them before.
I don't think we ever established who won the Bake Off, did we? It was left with a drum roll. it's still up in the air.
I mean, we all know who won.
Yeah, Debbie.
The audience.
I once made a good cocktail out of beer and wine and called it Bwine. I just wanted to get that in there before we moved on.
So you accidentally reinvented barley wine?
Yeah. It was a good blend.
I got that Franzi and that Kurz, and I mixed them together real nice, like.
Damn. You
Got
know what?
really lit.
I bet you it was terrible.
It was delicious. It was Sauvignon Blanc and a ginger beer with like an actual beer, ginger beer. Phillips.
It's way better than like the Littlefoot Cab Sav and Budweiser I thought it was going to be. Not because of who you are, but because that's immediately where my brain goes when I think about mixing beer and wine.
That's how it started.
Those are the kind of things those people would drink.
That was night 1, and then I decided to perfect it for night 2.
Oh, Jesus.
I could see Guinness and a Barolo doing all right together.
Sure.
Sure.
All right, now let's go find second place
even a
Bwine.
Prosecco and a Radler would be fine. I don't know how to segue this at all.
It's because I ruined the segue.
Speaking of importing teas, your good friend Rin, who has lots of teas available, has just been asked to read the stars, and you have been asked to ask your question.
Rare Freeman segue.
Yeah, not my smoothest, but I'll
there,
roll with it.
There's 128 previous episodes of them not being smooth. Just keeping up with the
We
trend.
gotta work out the kinks, you know.
Who is it, Rins? That part I forget. It was only 2 of you, I think.
Rough and Harold.
Rough and Harold? Okay. I don't know if you specified what you were intending to ask. I don't know if you remember if you had or not either, but this is your opportunity.
We had not.
Okay.
You called the app right when she was. I think the last line was "Ask your question."
Yeah, I mean, like out of character. I don't know if you specified what your intentions were.
Oh, you're looking for hints now?
No. Just making sure we don't accidentally double up or accidentally recant what we've already established. I just don't recall. But yeah, I will roll a astrology lore to read the stars. You let me know what your question is.
What's the weather like today?
Success will have the effects of the augury spell, which is your wheel and woe, or nothing. And a critical success will give you the read omens spell, which is a little more info, a little more cryptic clue, I guess, and you get like a bit of a bonus to saving throws too if that happens. But you kind of need to go the augury route in a way, like, you know, ask something quite specific. And this particular thing is normally augury is like up to like an hour ahead or something like that. Oh no, particularly go within a week. Okay, in this case it's 24 hours, so it's a more limited version.
Rin, offers lemon bars technically dog food?
Wow.
Word of caution, you don't really want a yes or no answer question. Just throw it out there.
Harold sees Rin preparing herself, looks to Raphael, and then back to Rin, and says, "Along our path we met some drow, and Lump seems to have an issue with them. Will it be a weal or a boon if we go?"
Those are the same thing.
Oh. Weal or a woe if we go with them, with Lump in our company?
Ooh. That's a good question. I have rolled a 30, which is a regular success. So per the rules of the augury spell, you gain a vague glimpse of the future. During the casting of the spell, ask about the results of a particular course of action. And the spell can predict results up to 30 minutes. In this case, What did I read? I read some. Oh, I was reading. Don't worry about it, listeners. I fucked this up. 30 minutes in the future. In this case, it'll be 24 hours in the future. I have to also roll a flat check to determine whether or not you get absolutely nothing. And you don't know whether or not it is accurate. And you ask this question, and she's staring up in the center of her space here into the stars. You can see her listening to the question intently, and she just spends some time staring and staring and staring. And as her head comes down, there's this strong look of disappointment on her face. She turns to you, a bit graven, and says, "They tell me nothing. I am sorry. This seems an important question to you, but the stars will not help today."
And Harold just gives a grim nod.
Freeman, I just want to point out you do have a cam point. You can re-roll that.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would. I tried.
Well, I thank you, Rin. Truly, I'm just worried about my new companion. Their instincts are strong, but so far from my own in this matter. I don't know their life story, and I don't know what they've been through, but I'll be damned. I just worry about them.
It is understandable to be worried, given the circumstances. You would want your back to be watched the way you watch others. Might I recommend a conversation? If subversion has not helped.
Well, I sure will try. I sure will try.
It is hard to find those as honest as you, Harold. And perhaps you can recall a time in which you weren't as honest as you are now. Coaxing someone into honesty is a difficult task. But you may be up to said task for the good of us all.
I understand. And I ain't a young man no more. Sure, I was headstrong and fighting my way through life. Yeah, sometimes it takes a special person to show you how to grow. I understand that. And Lump does seem like they've had a lot stolen from them. Their life they knew. I'll give them some grace.
Indeed, it would be good to remember that a lack of honesty is not always rooted in dishonesty. Sometimes it is just fear and pain that holds the expression back and away.
You can quote me on that.
Very nice.
Well, thanks.
Harold looks down at Ruff again. Did we tell you we met a dragon?
A what?
Oh, there was a dragon down there.
Didn't see that coming, did ya?
Yeah, Nick Cage. He was talking all sorts of shit to this dragon we couldn't hear, but, you know.
A dragon in these parts on the Isle of Kortos? That is amazing.
Under that there ground.
Under the ground? You'd think we would see it flying over the skies.
Well, I think we've sufficiently broken character now.
Oh, that is incredible, though.
It truly was. I've seen some smaller species in my time, but up close, whew, it's like a bad day.
A word of caution against such creatures. They are powerful, and the larger they are, often they are more ancient. They can be fickle. It is difficult to understand what their goals may be. Approach with caution. Seems like it goes without saying, of course.
Absolutely. I know they can be fickle. Now, I do appreciate you reading the stars for us, Rin, but we best be on our way.
My home is always open. Should you need me.
And Harold opens the curtain and lets Ruff past.
Well, that was helpful. We're like Rin Stinkfinchy.
Hey!
Whoa, just because you naysayed your dragon avatar.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah, that's all right.
What do you all do? It's according to my calendar, which I hope is accurate. It's late. It's a bit later at night, about 20 after 8 p.m. On the 21st of the month. What's the plan? Do you guys meet back up? Do you rest again? What's the deal?
Oh yeah, I think we'd really take the time to fix our sleep schedule. Just really make it this is our year, you know.
The sleep schedule easily falls off when you don't see the sun.
Yeah,
You know,
the second
for a
you're
long time.
underground, it's like, you know what? Fuck it, we'll go to bed when we're tired.
Exactly.
Ooh, we cleared 3 rooms. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all saw The Matrix. They just have a rave underground all night long.
Yeah, I think that we go and get Nick the Thundering Rune attached. Or was it the Thundering Rune? The one that does sonic damage.
Yeah, thundering.
And that's 50 gold.
I also think we need to wait another day. Isn't Nick and Harold still drained 1?
Ooh, are they?
No.
I think we passed that part.
I think 1 or 2 of us should be drained. We only rested once, and
I was drained 1 after that.
If
and
they're
I'm
not
done.
if they're not currently on your characters, I think we solved it. Yeah, whether through rest or through spells for recovery. Because you did take a little extra break here. I think. Yeah, because yesterday Lump became doomed and the dragon was met, and the day before Harold arrived to the party. So I think we're under the assumption you're resting again tonight, and we may or may not have decided that you would transfer the Thundering Rune to Nick's weapon. I'm pretty sure I remember that happening.
Yep.
I want to see the drow. I want to see the drow.
So I want to know what. So with the assumption that you all rest for another night, what time tomorrow do you want to set back out? And is there anything else you want to do in town?
I think that Lump wants to surprise the gang with coffee and pastries in the morning. And so we'll go into town extra early after saying their prayers to go find drinks and breakfast.
Okay. Do you actually go searching for the best lemon bars in town?
I know Arthur's not here. No, Lump. Actually, I don't know if we haven't met.
I'm just
Arthur.
wondering if that's what you go searching for. If you do, I'm gonna make James roll a D100.
Yeah, I do.
4.
Hopefully we're playing Delta Green.
There are no lemon bars in town.
Lemon shortage.
Lump sheds a
It's a
No,
lemon
bar
shortage.
shortage.
bar shortage.
A ship just left, so they took them all to fight off scurvy.
Yeah.
Lump sheds a single massive tear before just
Looks like they're drooling.
Yeah,
from
Lump
a block
spits,
away.
and then
oh god.
We all process grief differently, okay?
heart tour.
No. Wait. Back to the thing at hand. Coffee and some form of sausage rolls. Fuck it. Find me some sausage rolls. What do I need to roll to find
Sausage rolls
rolls?
a plenty.
Okay.
Oh, it's like a delicacy in town.
Every stall has one, even the places that don't make food. They're like, oh yeah, the complimentary
exactly.
sausage rolls.
Yeah, the coffee place, the stirrers are sausage rolls.
Go by the barracks to pick up Nick's weapon. Sausage rolls available. Just
It's like every stall has their own blend of spices that go into a sausage roll.
Dude, reality sucks. Get me in this world.
Yeah.
Take me to Atari now.
anyways.
So you meet up with the rest of the group with coffee and pastries in hand.
In my arm.
Well, yeah, I was going to say in your slimy arm. Where do you meet? Where do you all meet?
Unless anybody has a better idea, I'd actually like to go and meet out by the Druid Circle just to enjoy some nature since we've been underground forever. Just like kind of like, I don't know, maybe make a day of it, like wake up before the sunrise, go to the Druid Circle with some sausage rolls and coffee and just watch the sunrise. That sounds pleasant and nice.
That sounds
Yeah.
nice.
I think Ruff probably camped out there for the night.
Okay.
Because he would have wanted to go see Krugga before he left. Maybe bring him something. Obviously not a book, but maybe a picture or some crayons or something.
Jesus.
It's a picture of a book ripped in half.
Just run some infernal braille over his hands.
Something.
Real quick, just to like kind of set the scene because I think it would be kind of cute. Just like Nick is still passed out, so Lump is carrying him over the shoulder, just out there.
I'm a dragon.
Yeah, you are, little buddy.
Ruff and Krugga just laying on their stomachs coloring next to the stone ring pond.
Oh God. What's Harold up to? Is Harold a morning person?
Harold is a big morning person because generally, as a hunter, he has to be up very early in the morning and in position. So he's up he has his house in town, but he'll kind of meet everyone there. And he's arrived, but not hanging out in the Druid Circle, just taking it in on his own, kind of set back. And as everyone kind of arrives and he sees Lump carrying Nick over their shoulder, Harold will kind of walk from the tree line to meet them.
I like to think you kind of like come out of the mist almost. Like somehow you like saw through it just with the hunter's eyes, like just quietly, like just barely treading just over the soft moss, like just coming out of the mist. All cool like.
Yeah. Harold is Strider, but instead of a sword, he's got a cool mirror.
And a cleaver.
Mm-hmm. And now returning throwing hammer.
Ooh.
An in-game reason to go to the pond.
Because you stole it.
Yep. That's right.
Might be better if the creature with a feeble mind doesn't have a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on soft tools at this point.
Soft tools.
Just an arrow shaft without the head.
A blunted beanbag on the end.
It's a cat toy. It's just feathers on a stick.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
like he's got a mallet, but it's like inflatable.
Honk.
Instead of the hand wraps, he's got sock'em boppers.
Yeah. Just it's pillow fights. It's him fighting Belcora with pillows all day long.
We just gave one of our audience members a wicked 1990s flashback.
Right?
Remember the purple colored ketchup?
Oh yeah,
Sure do.
I was more of a green guy.
The peanut butter and jelly swirl.
Okay, so you meet at the Stone Ring Pond. We are wasting so much time today.
I'm having fun having a nice little scene before we go back into the murder hole. Okay, like
Yeah.
let us have a peaceful moment here, Freeman. It doesn't need to be 110% all the time. Okay. But yeah, Lump will just like pull a like wet cloth out of their arm and produce the coffees and the sausage rolls, not slimed up, and just it's kind of nice to see the sun for once.
Yeah, we needed it. This is how Ruff's recharging the die, is splitting that coffee with Krugga and coloring pictures, saying he's recharging the die, so it's canon.
Harold looks a little unsettled as he takes the food from Lump's arm, but gets over it fairly quickly.
That one has fennel in it. If you don't like fennel, let me know.
I enjoy fennel. Sometimes I put it in the sausages I make myself. Here in Otari, we all have our own sausage rolls.
I was curious about that. I was walking around and everyone just kept trying to give me sausage rolls. At a certain point, I was like, oh, this would just be greedy to keep taking them. So I didn't, because I'm a realistic human being and not just some caricature. But so wait, what's the weirdest thing you've made a sausage out of?
Dire elk.
Come here.
Dire elk. Oh, wow. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it was a little gamey, but didn't rub me the wrong way too much.
I think it's called rutting when they rub on things.
Well,
Say, few sausages rub you the wrong way.
you sons of bitches.
Goddamn right.
And Lump will just gently set Nick down on the ground.
Still sleeping.
So with the kind of steam rising up from the coffee cups in the early morning outside of this bog, Harold's watching as the sun comes up over the horizon. Thank you for taking me. Let me join the party, because I really wanted to do my part for Otari. Seems like we're on a new leg of this adventure. Heading down, meet the Drow community, and then go further, deeper into the dungeon. How are y'all feeling about this?
Well, in the name of sunrises and new beginnings, I think I should inform you all that I am currently being affected by a devil's contract.
Ruff spits out his coffee. It does a spit take.
Nick has snapped awake at the.
Hot driblets of coffees would spatter onto Nick's face, waking him up.
Devil's contract. I need some coffee.
Oh, here. And Lump will just hand one over.
Oh, that's thank God.
Do you need any sugar or cream or?
I don't know. I'm good. Do you need anything to go with that devil's contract?
Oh, God. To stay alive and to kill the Medusa.
Harold hasn't taken his eyes off of Lump, hasn't blinked, and showed no reaction. Staring, and just takes another sip of the coffee. What are the terms of this contract?
I signed it to... Freeman, did you want to say something?
I was just going to say, Lump knows two parts of the contract. We haven't really covered this, especially on air. Lump should know the benefit and the payment. I know, Cam, you can see the rest, but just throwing that out there. Yeah.
We'll pretend I won't.
Okay.
So basically, on the mechanical level, when a creature deals damage to me, I can call out for retribution as a reaction. Until the end of my next turn, I gain a +1 status bonus to attack rolls against that creature.
Lump has yet to use that.
yeah, my reactions end up getting used for so many other things that it just, yeah. But my payment is if I wound a creature, it is my duty to kill it. If a creature survives for 24 hours after you deal damage, you are doomed 1. If you already have the doomed condition, it increases by 1. And so Lump will just kind of look at Harold squarely. I sought retribution against those that afflicted me with this condition. I had a moment of weakness, and I signed a contract with Barkham Buck. I've always had problems with being too impulsive. It's what led me down into the gauntlet in the first place, and why I escaped in the first place. And I don't know how to complete the contract. I just know that until I destroy the Medusa, until I kill her, there is a blade hanging over my head. And so I would understand if none of you wished to participate or take part in the killing of her. I just ask that you don't stand in my way and that we can continue our mission afterwards.
Now, how do you get out of this contract?
I am unaware. I am not exactly a barrister or an abogado.
But there's no end term to this contract.
An end clause? No.
I thought you said you weren't a lawyer.
Oh, there is an end clause. It would just end with Lump's life, I imagine.
Yes, and I would serve a sentence in hell.
Oh, sorry.
no doubt.
You know what? I think there is. I think you might know part of the termination clause.
No? I
No?
have not succeeded at that.
Okay.
There's a check for it, but I have
Okay.
not succeeded at that because Lump is not that person.
Right.
Like if somebody else in the group is like, let me take a look at that, then they'll hand it over. But Lump is not.
Yeah.
Lump is twice damned, thrice blessed. Like,
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
this is what it is.
Now I understand the reasons that might have pushed you towards this. Especially you. Being a monster hunter. In a past life. Not to be controlled by those that you hate. But you can see where it got you. Even in the tighter grip of something else. I ain't gonna judge you for the decisions you made. But I don't know how I feel about watching you kill an unarmed prisoner without his full mental capacity. But what you do is on you.
My pantheon calls upon us to sometimes do what we must to continue on. This does not sit well with me as well. And I had opportunity to end her before. I could have exposed myself to the drow, and there's a decent chance that they may have let me do what I needed to do. But I am trying to be better, and I am trying to find a different way. But at the end of the day, I will do what I have to do to see this done.
Well, I'll tell you square right now. I don't want no fucking part of it.
Lump will nod.
And Harold still hasn't taken his eyes off of Lump. Intense eye contact.
But Harold has to keep switching eyes to like match the one eye.
You can use two eyes to look at one eye, Freeman. I can look at your nose right now with both eyes.
How do you stop staring at my nose right now? I'm self-conscious about my big
I
German
won't do it.
nose. No, I'm joking.
Oh, yes. And Lump will kind of just like look to Nick, curious what the little kobold's reaction is to all of this.
Yeah, he's kind of stone-faced.
Kind of stoned.
Ooh, kind of stone
Yeah.
faced. Ooh.
Yeah, he was over there getting with the druids and their no doubt stonerish ways, smoking some mad, I don't know.
Meth.
No,
Halfling sweet leaf.
Yeah, I thought you were referencing more like the stone dragon part of things, but you know.
Just ripping fat doinks.
You just make words up, Scott. It's ridiculous.
And, I mean, internally, he is really kind of weighing what cold-blooded murder would mean to his newfound reputation and, gratification that he gets from being a hero. So I think he'll just kind of, take the pause and look up at Lump. Well, you're in a hell of a position, but I couldn't stop you from fulfilling your contract. I don't think I can take any part in this act, though.
And Lump will just nod and look over at Ruff.
Ruff has sat down on a large stone nearby and is just gently massaging the bridge of his nose. They are correct, Lump. And nor should they have any part of this. Harold, Nick, Atari will need heroes when this is over. It cannot be Lump. And I don't think it can be me either. So if you two can distract the drow, I will assist Lump in this task. Don't like this, and I do not appreciate that you have kept this from us. But I too have my share of secrets and things that I do not fully understand. And I know my purpose here is to end Belcora, and whether I like it or not, in this moment, I believe the best chance of that success is with you at our side, Lump. So reluctantly, I will help you.
I know that glory does not have a place near my hands. I am an instrument to be used and discarded when it is no longer useful. So I will take anything and everything that I can to do what I'm meant to do, until the last breath. I appreciate your candor, I appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate the sacrifices you are all willing to make.
And we appreciate your friendship.
This might be a good opportunity for Lump to admit that they talked to the drow already too. They turned Lump away.
I did.
So, you did say that?
I did mention that, yeah.
Okay.
I said if I exposed
Maybe
myself to the drow, they may have let me do it. If I had been more
Right.
upfront with what I wanted and why, they may have.
And that's why Ruff asked Harold and Nick to distract the guards in so many words.
Okay, so then the question begs, how do they feel about that? Because you have these sort of new potential allies, which is exceptionally rare in these vaults. Although I guess the party at hand doesn't necessarily know that, but to scam these new allies all of a sudden, that's gotta be a pretty big point of contention. Not even just like, for me, sorry, as an observer, I'm like, not even be like a Herald might be like, I want no part of it, but Herald might now be like, absolutely fucking not. Are you going to spoil this opportunity for us? Right?
Lump will look over at Ruff. I did speak to them, and we can talk to their matriarch and potentially find a solution there. So we do not need to use subterfuge right away.
How long do you have?
As far as I'm aware, my condition will not worsen anymore, regardless of how long. It is just a sword hanging over my head. Hell has its hands around my ankles, so to speak.
May we see this contract? Perhaps we could parse more details.
Lump will grimace and produce the contract and hand it to Ruff. And it's an infernal braille.
Ruff will hand Lump his sword as kind of like we're trading things that are very important and valuable to us, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
He wants to show some respect. What language is this contract in?
It would be in the language of the devils.
I think it needs to be in common. It does need to be in common because for a contract to be binding, you have to be able to read it.
No, that's true. Yeah. Okay. That's fair to say. It is basically a very, very long and complicated contract in the most dry legalese you can imagine. If you roll me, I guess a religion check, real quick.
23.
You would guess that this contract is deliberately convoluted. Because that's what devils like to do, especially contract devils. They don't really want you to understand the contract in its entirety. They want it to be really difficult to find the loopholes. But it also speaks to you thinking, if it's this dry and this complicated, this convoluted, there are surely loopholes.
I wonder, is there still a barrister in town?
An abogado?
What's an avocado? Because I'm hearing affogato, which is like espresso.
ABOGADO is lawyer in
I was with
Spanish.
Freeman on that one.
I'm like, you've said that twice now. I'm like, I don't know what they're saying. It's funny. This came up a long time ago, I think, and you just struck the memory for me. But it's I think it came up in episode 100, maybe, or maybe it was in when we did Local Legends Chapter 3. But basically, there was a lack of Otari guards available to guard the road to Alien Weimar's Rod and Bow Club. Because too many of them had retired at the same time, and the most common role they take on when they retire is to be a barrister. That's like part of Otari lore. So there's actually a plethora of them right now.
Never mind. Otari might be the worst place in the world. I don't think sausage rolls make up for 50% lawyers.
Not enough work.
Cops and lawyers? Ugh.
and trade unions.
and thieves.
Oh my god.
I already said lawyers.
Fucking funny.
Hey.
So yes, there would be some barristers available, but you maybe know actually roll me a society real quick. God, this is silly.
8.
8. Yeah, as with an 8, you're actually not really sure. Like, there's probably going to be plenty of opportunity for barristers, but you're not really sure how reliable they are at all. In fact, you just kind of doubt the reliability.
I think I got that across with my statement.
Yep, that's fair. As far as infernal contracts go, just mechanically speaking, I'll say that you're looking at like a level-based DC, and you're looking at a decipher writing action.
So society.
So it's a society check, yeah. So whoever does have a decent society has some potential to understand this thing.
I believe all those characters are dead.
Nope.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it at all. It's just Cam broke himself.
I just rolled a natural 20 on the society check.
Lump, for the very first time, bothers to look at their contract.
Yeah, I didn't read it. I just signed
Also,
it.
maybe they read it before,
Yeah,
but it just never meant anything. Like they never needed to get out of
They
it.
read it with 2 eyes.
Right with 2 eyes. Yeah. Shitballs.
A fresh set of eye.
Okay. I do have to say that this will take some time. So perhaps you how do you want to go about this? Do you want to like sit here by the Stone Ring Pond with the druids and like make everyone wait?
I don't, because I think that Lump with this natural 20, I want to say it takes them like, I'm going to roll a d4. That's how many days it takes.
By the text, it's an hour per page.
Okay.
An hour per page. Okay.
I want to say real quick, Freeman, if I may. I want to say it takes 4 days, if that's okay with you, Freeman. Like, Lump begins reading this, but I want to say that it's like so dense and so dry that it does take them 4 days to like finally piece it all together.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Because you rolled an extra 20, I'll cut those days in half. So you rolled a 4 on a d4. We'll call it 2 days.
Okay.
So
I honestly,
I will make a note. I'll make a note in the
do want it to be
calendar
4.
right now. Why?
I just it's more fun. Like that. There's more on the line. Yeah. Like
It's been
all right,
5 episodes
all right.
since a day ticked. That's
yeah.
Okay.
like that's 10 episodes.
I'm gonna make a note in the
campaign
calendar right
might
now.
be over by the
Lump.
time you discern the contract.
Well, that'd be a
Lump.
perfect ending for Lump. It's like, oh, it was right here the whole time. Slaps the contract and just like walks off into the sunset.
That doesn't prevent us from killing the Medusa now, though.
You know what? This is collaborative storytelling. Y'all are absolutely correct. Should I just do 2 days?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, 2 days it is.
Oh, damn it! I just put it in the calendar.
Change the note.
You're killing me.
You know what? Make it 8 days.
Okay. You know what? You know what? I'm turning that natural 20 into a natural 1. You learned it 4 days ago, and you feel like an idiot.
Turns out all you had to do was click your heels together and wish your way out of it.
Yeah.
I wish I wasn't in this contract.
You just had to believe in yourself.
Okay, so what's our game plan here? We need to kill a Medusa and follow the drow to a trade city.
I've put it in the calendar. 2 days from now, you will have understood the contract. So you're taking you will understand it in its entirety because of your natural 20. But yeah, it's gonna be a thing. I guess during this conversation you show the contract, people give it a look at, and you resolve to sort through it. You know it's gonna take some
Can
time.
we establish the time frame for when Doom ticks? That's all Ruff really wants to know, is how long we have before that ticks over or up.
Oh, I
no,
am
it doesn't.
doomed.
Permanently doomed unless the Medusa dies, and if another creature survives based on the contract's parameters, the doom will continue to tick up. There is no ticking down unless those creatures
Okay,
die.
so it's 1 per creature.
Well, as per the wording of the contract, is if you already have the doom condition, it will increase by 1. So if the same condition is repeated, then yes, it will just continue to go up. If you all want, and like beware of spoilers, you can see this in Lump's inventory. You can take a look at the wording, but there are spoilers there. Just
They
so
say I really relate to whipping out a boring piece of writing like that and being like, well, that's what I'm going to do in 2 fucking days.
Got him. All right. But yeah, I think we're ready to head back down and talk to these drow. The Caligny we kind of sorted out, right, with Agriel?
they were going to discuss it.
Okay.
Did you want to maybe want to go talk to Agriel?
Yeah, just be like, hey, you're gonna have some new roommates. Is that cool?
I just wanted to finish one more thing before we went back into the Abomination Vaults. Because, or sorry, let me lay it out like this. This whole situation all had a very meaningful timing, this conversation they just had. Because after they finish the conversation about the contract, about the Medusa, they kind of split off or are going about having their coffees. And it just so happened that the sun would be rising as well. And Harold looks off into the sun because he is a follower of Skode, who is the deity of the hunt, the hunter. She believes in the beauty of the hunt, respecting your prey, finding the finest or the healthiest version of that prey, protecting community, showing bravery, and her symbol is the sun over the horizon. Mulling over the conversation that was just had, he's thumbing the amulet and glancing down at the portrait. Very, very rough portrait and very worn portrait of a woman. Dropping that back to his waist, he had Zamir and looks deep into this glass-like rock. Black, seeing a blackened reflection of himself. And just mulls over the conversation. Because although the Medusa isn't an animal, it could be prey. He's a monster hunter. And that prey is the weakest prey. With no faculties, with no weapons, held in captivity. And the thought of Lump killing this creature disgusts him to his core. He spits on the ground, thinking about his old partner, the woman on the amulet, and what she would say if he allowed this to happen. And as they all gather, he silently follows them back down to the Abomination Vaults.
What Harold doesn't know is during that break, Ruff has finished his coffee, filled the cup up about halfway with water, and begun to rub the nettleweed residue inside the cup.
What?
What? Oh, all of the hairs on my arms just stood up.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Hot tip. Continue, James. You have my attention.
Ruff is going to attempt to poison the Medusa.
Okay. I thought you were going to kill Lump.
Freeman, for the listeners at home, Freeman did the "you had my attention" or "you had my interest, but now you have my attention" meme. Like he just, it was in real time. You watched it happen. Like just.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hot damn.
That's a good plan.
This escalated from a nice sunrise to this.
Hey, I feel like I feel like Lump took us all out here to break some bad news to us, and there was some ulterior motives to to don sausage rolls and coffee.
Storytelling? No, not me. Optimized min-maxing munchkin piece of shit.
If it was me, the seaside rise of the sun with a coffee and a sausage roll would have worked, but not for Harold.
Oh yeah, we like fucking kill that Medusa.
I'll help you. I'll hold her hair back.
Where are we hiding this body?
I'm actually stoked about like how this like the chance roll of a critical success on a trip matched by like the choosing to let a feeble-minded creature live has this like that's just like that's where like where the dice may lie kind of production of a story. It's so crazy, and the sheer happenstance that Lump was the one with the infernal contract. It's such a cool part of this game. You know,
Freeman,
these
that's
games,
how the sausage gets made.
And if it was Tulok, there would have been no issue.
Oh,
Should be dead
And I
already.
was thinking this whole time. I really think this whole time. Tulok could be like, "Fuck yeah, we're killing that thing." But Harold be different. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. You all get a hero point.
Hey.
How about that?
Hey.
Rude.
It's so good. Okay, so rough. Okay, you all
Come
have
on, Freeman,
such-
steal the ship now.
Well, everyone, I'm having a hard time. Everyone's got. Well, Nick hasn't really expressed any strong feelings in this situation. Everyone else very much has. I would wager a guess that Nick is very distracted by his own current circumstances and potentials.
Yeah, he definitely took a bit of a cringe when Ruff started laying into Lump for withholding information from him, or from the party. So he definitely shut up a little, but when Lump mentioned, or when Lump wanted us to make a distraction, you know, he was all gung-ho for that. But I guess the plan may be changing with talking to the matriarch. I don't know.
Sure, yeah, the conversation continued, and that was kind of snuffed out, and yeah, so yeah, like what is Nick thinking? I guess if you could elaborate a little bit more on, you know, what is that hiding information, because you very much hid. We all know you very much hid a lot of information from that dragon to the rest of the party, yeah, and what it wants of you.
He is just gonna let that ride, I think, because like what would be a good opportunity to bring that up right now? Probably not.
Yeah, do you want to?
And he's
much?
probably
Yeah.
in the feeling of, I might just have to like keep lying about this for a little while, because I already did get caught in the big lie while things happen, because he has no fucking idea what's going on with the dragon. Like, he knows that it's like a dog chasing its own tail, and then when you catch it, what do you fucking do?
Right.
Or like a dog, sorry, bad analogy, dog chasing a car, when you catch it, what do you do? And that's the whole, like, the kobolds found their dragon, and now he's like, okay, so the kobolds will go and do the dragon's bidding and all that shit, but he hadn't really thought that he'd have all this other stuff to contend with at the same time.
Right. And even then, like, you do the dragon's bidding, you don't know what the bidding is. Is it actually to the benefit of the kobolds? Like, now that you're there, now that you know the bidding is imminent, like, is it something that is actually good to do? You know, you might. Does that go? Genuine question: does that go through Nick's mind, or is he still kind of like, get there first?
I don't think he has put. I don't think he's thought through that the dragon might betray the kobolds. I think that he's more worried about those two worlds, that world coming into conflict with the world of Otari, with the mission that he's been sent on, you know, to save the town itself, not just the kobolds in it. Because waking up that dragon, and then if the kobolds bring the dragon to town, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen. So, you know,
Yeah,
he's hoping
right.
that he can take care of one problem before having to deal with another, I think, because there is a definite ticking clock on the abomination vaults part of things. Like, he knows that Belcora needs to be stopped immediately, and the dragon thing is such an uncertainty that maybe he can just lie his way through it and it'll come out smelling like roses.
I think for the first time, we have like a very good look at the ulterior motives of each character, since the party dynamic changed so significantly. And it is so different from the original. And even like the original with some characters dying and coming in, the dynamic is so different now that you're all still pointed towards killing Belcora for, more often than not the same reason. But you might have some personal reasons as well. The ulterior motives for being here at all is so crazy, or how to get there is so crazy right now. Like Raphael appears to be, this is like has been resurrected, reincarnated to see this goal out. His is so direct, and then you have Nick, who is here for a different reason and got roped in and is happy to prove himself, and now has been given this like unforeseen direction to also follow. Lump has been, is trying to avoid death, permanent death basically, and maybe now for the first time considering, it's not just about revenge, it's about survival, and it's about getting out of that contract. And then you have Harold, who is here to protect the town, which is the most classic motivation at the start of this adventure. It's all about protecting Otari. Of course, it's grown bigger than that, but Harold has like these different sets of morals and values from his experiences. I think it's a really cool dynamic. I'm so stoked that so much of it is like come into play. And
it's a really complicated dynamic to navigate too.
It really is. And I think you all are doing an excellent job of like remembering who is where, what they've expressed. And I'm really excited about how it comes into play. And, and I have things in store to like really rock that boat and wrench those spokes. So I'm pumped. I think this is really, really cool.
Level up.
Rant over.
Second hero point.
For me.
Stay
for me.
tuned.
Everyone's a lead from now on.
All right.
So cool. Wicked. Okay, so you're going back into the vaults. Let's get back to the game. You're going back into the vaults, and you are going to talk to Augrael?
Yeah,
right?
just let him know he might have some new roommates coming up.
Sure. So you get yourself down into level 2, go to the teleportation circle, use that to zip down into the main quarters of the library. And you... I'm going to activate the scene here. And you teleport into that teleportation circle. Walk forward. Who wants to walk forward first to the door?
Lump is typically at the front, so Lump will do it.
Lump, you open the door and find the swirling mass much larger than it's ever been. And as you step forward, like you open the door and get ready to step in, and you realize, oh shit, that's like, it's almost to the edges of this room, which, reminding listeners, it's like a room filled with like divans and like tables and couches. This circular room that's at the footprint of the lighthouse, right? That goes deeper.
Yeah, it's
and
like
deeper
30
and deeper.
feet across.
Yeah, and that swirling void energy is like grown quite large. And it's almost to the edges of this room. Like you could probably really like back to the wall, kind of skirt around it. And as you open that door and realize this is happening, you see Augrael kind of like limping into the void energy and like sitting down onto one of the divans. And he looks like he's been battered and is like steps into the area of the void energy to like, recover from its energies because he can. And he's just like, and he like his head snaps up and like sees you've opened the door.
What's going on?
I had visitors.
Who?
Creatures from below. They sent a scouting party. Caligny.
Oh,
They're dead.
you killed them.
No. Something else came. This big creature, armored.
You can see, like, you know, he's a ghoul, so he's not exactly mending. You know, his still body is still like rotten and falling apart, but he's having a hard time getting everything out.
The shin bones does snap back into place, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and yeah. Thanks, James, in the chat. Skin stitching itself back together. Exactly. Just like you. And you could tell he just needs some time. He needs some time to, like, you know, because it seems to have been very recent and sudden, or recent enough that you just barely got here.
I want to make a bet with you, Freeman. I will bet you a hero point that the thing that fucked them up is a Grave Knight. Could you describe this armored creature for us?
It had this sword, and it walked with purpose, and it knew where it was going, and nothing would stop its path. And it went to the library, the secret one, and it knew where to go, and it broke through that wall, and it took what it needed, and it destroyed all but me in its path. And it had a face that I can't forget. It had a face that it should not have had. It had the face of Kraka.
And that's what we're going to call it.
The fuck, Freeman?
What?
You sick bitch.
Q's or G's?
Yeah, Q's or G's, real quick. We need clarification. Don't make us wait till next week, you son of a bitch.
It's G's. It's gotta be G's.
We'll see you next time, listener.
Stemming the Tide is an actual play podcast of the Adventure Path Abomination Vaults and is produced by the Uncharted North Network. Stemming the Tide uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Stemming the Tide is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Music is composed by Will Savino and artwork by Greyhood. Stemming the Tide is recorded remotely using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. If you wish to connect with us or support this project and projects to come, we can be found at unchartednorth.ca, patreon.com/unchartednorth, and on all major social media platforms. Links to all credits can be found in the episode description and our website. Thanks for tuning in.